Fala aí galera, Wagner Kreuruska, o Bardo, eu tô aqui com o Eversole, diretamente lá da Carolina do Norte. A gente vai falar um pouquinho sobre Banjo. Ele tem um projeto chamado Banjo Earth, onde ele viaja o mundo aí tocando banjo, conhecendo outras culturas. Então toda viagem que ele faz, ele grava um disco e ele veio pro Brasil aqui, vai passar 2 meses aqui no Brasil, aprendendo um pouco mais sobre a cultura do Brasil, aprendendo algumas músicas folclóricas brasileiras para gravar e fazer um disco. Então eu tô aqui com ele, a gente vai fazer uma pequena entrevista aqui com ele. Vocês já viram aí a gente tocando junto. I'm talking English, you're talking Portuguese.
Yes, should work well.
Okay, let's start talking a little bit about the Banjo Earth project.
Yeah.
How it started, when came this idea in your mind?
Okay, so I first got started around 2015, and it was right when my banjo had just gotten stolen in San Francisco.
Yeah, tell us this story.
Yes, so I was in San Francisco, traveling in California with had a really nice Gibson banjo, and I was at the San Francisco Giants baseball game, and while I was there, someone broke in my car and stole the banjo, and I was just heartbroken for a while, like several months, and I couldn't find a banjo to replace it that sounded as good as that, and so I was really kind of hurting in my heart, you know. And some friends came together and started raising some money for me to have a banjo, and it really meant a lot to me that people really wanted for me to make music. And so I started thinking about what was a project that I could do, what's one thing that I would do that I could do every day for the rest of my life. Like if I did one thing the rest of my life every day, what would that be? What would that look like? And that's when I came up with the idea for Banjo Earth, because I love to travel. I love music from all over the world. You know, I grew up in a Appalachian bluegrass tradition, and I love playing that. I have a band at home that plays that, but I also love the music of Brazil, of India, of China.
You already have been to different countries, China and India.
Yeah.
How was that experience in these places?
Incredible. I went to China first because I speak Chinese.
Really?
So I've been there about 3 times already. So I went there in college. I decided to go there first because I'd already learned some Chinese folk songs, and I'd written some songs in Chinese, and I was familiar with the culture and the place. So that's where I went first, and that came out in 2016. I made a documentary film and a CD with local Chinese musicians, and it really worked out well, just the different cultures coming together musically. And then I went to India this past year and traveled around India and played music with sitar players and tabla drums, and just the exchange of culture and music for me is just really, really incredible. So now I'm in Brazil working on part 3.
What are you thinking about Brazil now?
When I first came up with the idea of Banjo Earth, Brazil was in my mind first.
Really?
Because Brazil music to me is like, people here, it's like breathing. Like everybody is singing a song, everybody has a musical nature in Brazil, it seems like to me. And I've always loved Brazilian music. I've loved the rhythms and just the singing and the joy that I see people feel through music. I've really enjoyed the samba, the bossa nova, the chorino, and now that I've met you playing banjo over here, and I'm just really impressed with the musical culture that Brazil has.
I was listening to your first release, the China CD. So the first song is Railway Train. It starts with that Chinese atmosphere. you do the inverse way, to take some songs that are traditional bluegrass songs and try to play it in another rhythm. And
Right. So, the albums are kind of cut into thirds. So a third of the songs will be like bluegrass songs from America that I play with other styles and other flavors of that country, like Reuben's Train with the Mongolian throat singer. And then a third of the songs will be songs that I pick up from the country I'm in, like Brazilian folk songs or Brazilian sambas or all kinds of Brazilian national music. And then the other third will be songs that I compose while I'm there, inspired by the culture, inspired by the nature and the language.
Did you already compose some song here in Brazil?
Yeah, so far I've composed 2 songs already for Brazil album. One is a banjo instrumental. Another is a song with vocals that is half Portuguese and half English.
I want to know when you start to play banjo.
Yes, so I started when I was 15, which was in 1995. So I'll date myself here. I just turned 40 like a couple days ago in Brazil,
Your Instagram.
So 25 years I've been playing the banjo. I started when I was 15, and I first heard Bela Fleck and Earl Scruggs play the banjo, and those sounds just coming from that instrument was just magical to me. And so I asked for a banjo for Christmas, and Santa Claus, my mother, brought a banjo to the house for Christmas, and I just started learning. I got the Earl Scruggs book, 5-string banjo book, and then I started learning from there, learning from other people, and I took lessons, and 25 years later, here I am.
What is the most difficult thing in playing banjo?
Yeah. The most difficult thing I think is, there's 2 things that I think is when you first start hearing it, it sounds like 1,000 notes, and it's really hard to find exactly what's happening just by your ear, because there's all these things going on, and once you learn later, a lot of it's just fill-in notes, and the melody is like, where it should be.
Yeah, inside this row.
Yeah,
so.
but when you first hear it, it sounds like, how am I ever going to break that down and learn it?
Yeah.
So that's one thing. And another thing is, when you learn banjo, you learn the banjo. You're not so much, say, learning music. You learn banjo music.
Yeah.
And so it's a challenge when you are trying to learn other styles of music, like jazz or other idioms of music, that you have to kind of go back and learn the fundamentals of music.
Yes. Something that I always ask for everybody that comes in an interview is 3 tips for everybody that's starting to play banjo now.
Mhm.
So 3 tips that you think is fundamental things for learning banjo.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I think to do is to take your time and not try to go too fast, too quickly. Because the banjo, when you hear somebody play it really fast and really well, you're like, I want to do that. But I think it's more important to start slowly and make sure all the notes are really clean and play and picked well and in time, and then speed up from there. But start really slow until you've got it just right, and don't be in a rush to start playing fast. That's one. 2 is I'll repeat what Ralph Stanley told me, because I asked him to give me advice.
You meet him?
Yeah, he actually had me play on stage with his band one time. I asked him if I could play Clinch Mountain Backstep,
Yeah.
and he took his banjo and put it on me.
Yeah, really?
Yeah, like a lightsaber from a Jedi or something, you know. And I played with his band Clinch Mountain Backstep at a festival. But I asked him one time if he had any advice for someone coming up, and he said, just play when you feel like it. Like, play when you want to play. You know, don't necessarily force yourself to play. Like, make sure it's fun. And I think that's a pretty good piece of advice. And I guess the third piece would be just adding on to that, like, play whatever kind of music you like on the banjo. If you like rock music, try to learn some rock songs. Just make sure that, you know, music is fun for you. And I think if you do that, you will continue to play, and you will continue to add different things into your playing that are going to help you in the long run. You know, just so that you're enjoying music, and that's what matters the most, I think.
What's your plans for Banjo Earth? So you have another country in mind? So
I want to go to every country.
Every.
Yeah, I want to go to every country. I don't know if I'll live that long, you know, but there's never, there's so much culture and so many places around the world that have their own music, and I'm just interested in all of it. I love, you know, being alive. I love experiencing music with other people from other cultures. I love tasting the food of other places, and I just want to just keep making the work as long as I possibly can, you know. So I'll explore more South America. I'd like to go to Africa and Egypt and do some more stuff in Europe, and really just continue to do this work because I love it so much.
Eu vou colocar o link aqui embaixo do projeto dele, quem quiser ajudar aí para as próximas viagens e tal.
Yeah, so you can go to banjoearth.com, and that's where I have like all my shirts and CDs, and I put my blog up there, eversole.com. That's my name, and that has all kinds of stuff on there. And check out Banjo Earth on YouTube.
Yes.
Yeah.
Você pode ouvir os CDs dele no Spotify e Deezer, estão lá. Eu já ouvi os dois, o da China e da Índia. Bem legal o trabalho, muito bem gravado. So you recorded in the country when we record the CD.
Yeah.
You are recording in the country, or after you get back to United States? So
Yeah, I record mostly in the country. So I have a computer and a couple of microphones. I also have a field recorder, a nice Sony, you know, that gets a good sound. And a lot of it's live recording. And then sometimes I'll overdub and, you know, add different channels. And then if I'm missing a couple pieces, when I get back home, I'll go into the studio and add those on. But yeah, most of them are done live in the country I'm in. So like on the China album, for example, you'll hear cows and horses and stuff in the background. Yeah, like, you know, bells on goats, and that's kind of how it is. I enjoy it like that. say, I think what you're doing is really awesome. That you are, I was really surprised to find that there's a bluegrass banjo player here in Brazil and Sao Paulo, and that you have a YouTube channel and you're teaching people how to play. And I think it's really cool.
Oh,
you know, I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm really glad that you are here today because we don't talk to United States banjo players every day here in Brazil. So.
Right.
So talking about banjos, how much banjos you have, and what are these banjos?
So I have an ohm right here that I bought from a friend who was going to pawn it after my other one got stolen in San Francisco.
Yeah.
I have a gold tone electric banjo.
That one that seems a mandolin.
Yeah, it looks like a mandolin. Yeah. And I play that a lot with my Banjo Earth band because we have drums and electric bass and
it have a pickup like this one or no?
It's more of just an electric, so it's like an electric guitar, but a banjo. This one has a pickup on it that you can plug into like that.
It has a pickup?
Yeah, it's in the bridge.
Oh,
that's when I took it off, yeah, so you plug it in right there. In that part.
What is this pickup?
That is a LR Bags pickup. And then my best banjo that I keep at home is a Gibson 1926 TB3 Gibson banjo, and I keep it all acoustic because it just sounds so good acoustic. I don't want to mess with the sound. I don't want to put a pickup on it.
It's just for recording?
Just for playing. You know, I play a lot of bluegrass gigs at home with my brother. I also have a band with him called the Eversole Brothers. Yeah. He plays the fiddle, and we mic a lot of bluegrass shows. So I'll play it for that and record, and I take good care of that.
Actually, you have this. How much projects? You have the Banjo Earth that you travel all the world playing banjo. Mm-hmm. You have the Banjo Earth band in the United States. So it's a band that you play the songs that you record in the Banjo Earth project.
Yeah, a lot of the songs, and we'll do some other songs like rock covers or different kinds of world music. Yeah, it's a real eclectic mix. Irish songs, songs from the China album and India, and I'll bring some Brazil songs back and we'll do some of those, and a few country songs, and it's just an eclectic mix. It's got drums and bass and vocals and banjo. And a lot of times we'll have a fiddle player or a keyboard player, and sometimes we sound like a jam band, like rock and roll sort of.
Yeah.
Me and my brother have played together a long time, but we've never gone in as a band and
it's a family band.
Made an album. Yeah. My brother's 5 years older than me, and he went to school called Appalachian State, which is in Boone, North Carolina, which is close to where Doc Watson is from. I don't know if you know Doc Watson, but he started hearing all that music up there and kind of shared it with me, and I got interested that way.
And you said you was born in a city near where Eversole was born too. So.
I live there now. I was born actually in Kentucky.
In
Harlan, Kentucky. Which if you sing 9 Pound Hammer.
Yeah.
So it's a long way to Harlan.
Yeah.
And a long way to Hazard.
Yes.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah.
I'm from Harlan. Yeah. I was born in Harlan, and the Eversole family is from Hazard.
Really good.
Yeah. So it's like moonshine and coal mine and.
It just is in the same song.
Yeah, I'm part of the song. And I moved to North Carolina when I was about 10. So now I live in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah. And it's near where is Flint Hill. So you said to me.
Yeah, Flint Hill is where Earl Scruggs is from. It's not a town anymore, but it's now called Shelby, North Carolina. And it's about an hour and a half from where I live.
And you travel United States playing already, so...
Yeah, we mostly play in the North Carolina area, Virginia, South Carolina, but I've done shows in California, New York City, Florida, so...
some bluegrass festivals?
Yeah, bluegrass festivals, and I'll do talks at colleges sometimes for the Banjo Earth project.
Yeah.
I'll go show them the movie, the documentary. Like I went to Seattle, Washington, and did that at a college, and talked about Banjo Earth, and I really try to get people to get inspired to do their own Banjo Earth, whatever that is for them. because like I said, that's the thing that I decided I would do. I could do every day forever.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here in
Cheers.
Brazil.
Thank you.
And here in the channel talking about banjo.
Yeah.
So,
You guys keep playing the banjo and let's keep spreading the
Yeah.
banjo love around.
é isso aí, galera. Muito obrigado. Sigam aí o Andy. Vou deixar aí embaixo os links dele, tá? Spotify, Deezer, Banjo, o site banjoearth.com, né? E pra mim foi um grande prazer estar com um cara aqui na minha casa, cara. Na minha casa. I say that you are in my home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
I never
beautiful.
imagined it.
It's the greenhouse.
The greenhouse.
Yeah.
É isso aí, galera. Valeu. Muito obrigado a todos vocês. A gente vê na próxima. Até mais.
Até logo. That's that ending on there is the coolest, man.